Hey everybody, this is Brandon, and I decided to do something a little different. I just got this idea as I was reading people's question that they made. I decided that I'm going to record some video messages to people who respond to my questions. This is my last grad class. I've been taking grad classes for 2.5 years. They all been online, and I hardly ever get to really interact with my classmates. And this might be my last education class I take for the rest of my life. So I'm about to just do my discussion board like I want to. I hope I don't get an F, but we're just gonna do what I think is best. So I responded to some other questions already, but I'm just gonna focus on Kyle. So I'm gonna answer each question in his own post, in his own video. But this post is gonna be for Kyle. Kyle, first, thank you for taking the time and posting such great questions to my presentation. Thank you for the kind words, and I just wanted to take some time to answer your questions here. You don't have to apologize for asking so many questions, man. It's all right, and I'm glad that it even spurred you to want to ask those questions. So the first question that you asked, Kyle, is let's see here, right here. Who or what gets to decide what fake news is? And that's a great question. And I was typing a response to you, and I was like, man, I wish I could just talk to Kyle and we could just have this conversation about it. But I really think the focus of, we shouldn't get caught up on the fake news term. Who gets to decide fake news? The whole point of media literacy is to understand that all media is trying to relay some kind of information to the person who's watching it, or to the person who's listening to it, or to the person who's just internalizing the information. And our goal, regardless, is to teach the skills that are necessary to understand that what they're viewing has a message, and to ask those questions about, what is the message? What is this person trying to get me? What is this organization is trying to get me to understand? So I really don't think it really centers around a person saying, oh no, that's fake news. No, that's real news. No, the whole conversation should be focused on the skills that's necessary to evaluate and analyze information in general. Fake news is just a term that they use, but as you stated, and others have, that term doesn't really have meaning anymore. So really just need to teach the skills, such as being able to critically think, just be able to formulate questions, such to seek out sources, and then it's up to the user, the person listening to the information, to make up their own decisions. We're just trying to give them the skills to how to do it properly. And then your second part of your question is, once we educators have agreed upon a definition, how can we reconcile these discipline-specific differences? And I think, again, that falls under, it doesn't matter what you teach. It doesn't matter where the information is coming from. If you have the skills, so I kind of related to this like a chef. If you can cook food, it doesn't matter what kind of stove, it doesn't matter what kind of knife. As long as you have the skills of how to cut an onion, how to cut a tomato, how to make a roux, you'll be able to make what you need to make. And analyzing fake news is, analyzing information is just like that. We're just trying to give them the tools and the ability, the skill set to come up with their own answers based on what they hear. Because one of the things I talked about in my presentation is that everybody hears the same message very differently. It's like that game of telephone we used to play as children. You start the message and it get changed, or you hear different things. People do that with information in general. So I think if we teach the skill set, if we give people the know-hows to interpret what they're hearing, what they're viewing, then that would take care of itself. And then your last question here is, even if we come to an agreed upon definition of fake news, how can we be absolutely sure this definition doesn't contain malice, intent? It wouldn't further the propagation of fake news. And we can't. That's outside of our locus of control. But what we can control is what we use to analyze this information. People are going to do ultimately what they want to do. There's always going to be bad actors out here spreading misinformation. They've been talking about spreading rumors in school since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of school, other kids have been going around saying so and so like so and so, or so and so said that that so and so said this. When I was a administrator at a school district, I saw that every single day. When I was a kid, I heard it every single day. So we can't stop people from wanting to spread fake news. We can't stop people from doing that. But just like we teach kids how to spot those rumors, like, did you hear the person say that? How do you know you can trust them? Did you go up to the other person and ask if they said that? Why didn't you do that? Those same skills and that questioning that we teach is the same thing that we can pass to other people to deal with the information. So again, we can't stop bad actors. We can't do that. But what we can do is teach the skills. There are a certain set of skills that are needed to be able to not fall victim or be easily manipulated by information. Not just fake news, but just information in general. So Kyle, I hope that you respond back. I'll keep making videos to answer any further response that you have back. But thanks for asking the questions. I really appreciate it. Made me really start thinking deeply about this. And thanks again. Have a good day.